Hi, I'm Chili Phil, and this is Phil the Burn. Tonight, I'm going to do what I said in my short couple hours ago. I soaked some gummy bears into my tincture, and they're going to be pretty hot. I did this. I did one of them, a couple of them at work yesterday, and I burned up a coworker with one, and he said he only could have eaten one, like one half of one. And I ate the whole one, and it seemed like it was a lot hotter than what it normally the tincture would have been. And I don't know if it was sugar from the gummy bears. It could have been the ingredients from that. I don't know, but it was pretty hot. But I probably could guarantee you these are going to be hotter than the nitro gummy bear. Pretty damn close to it. And I made 5 of them. So I'm going to wait till we get a few more people into the room. Whoever's in the room right now, thank you for smashing that like button. If you happen to be new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll try to be creative with more challenges as the winter goes on. Hopefully my plants will start growing, and I'll be showing them a little bit. Discuss what's going on with the hot pepper contest coming up in October as I get more information with that. I think it's pretty cool right now that a company called Spice Quest has stepped up, and they're gonna put up money as a purse for the winners of the contest, the runner up, and the people that are behind the runner up. So it's going to be a pretty good thing in the future for everybody who's coming up into this in the chili head world, going into the League of Fire. So I mean, who knows where it's going to be at in the next like 2 to 3 years, 4 years down the line. Hopefully, we could get more companies in, be able to back more people, like back more the contest a little bit more, where people get a little bit more money as the contest goes on. Cool, we got 2 people in the room. One like, let's smash that like button. Hey, Jen. Look at this bad boy right here. These things don't even look like they're friendly. These are these Habero. Hey, what's going on, Geo, man? How you doing? How you doing? These ones right here are almost the same texture as the Nitro Gummy Bear. I ate a handful of them. What's wrong? I'm pretty good. About ready to munch on one of these gummy bears, like all 5 of these gummy bears, one after another. Hey, Zoe, how you doing? Gotta wait a few more minutes. We got 12 people in the room. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe. Hit that like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. I poured some of my tincture on these gummy bears. So I guarantee these are going to be hotter than a nitro gummy bear. My tincture, it probably is. I'm not saying it's 9 million Scoville, but these ones are probably almost as hard, if not a little bit harder than the nitro gummy bear. So what I'm going to do is, in a few minutes, go ahead and start eating them. Oh, I used Evil Red, Jen. Yeah, I didn't want to. I would be terrified to use this one. No, actually, I wouldn't be terrified. I mean, I would have been a little bit more nervous to use Dean Weeper like that. So this is just Evil Red because I got a lot more of it. So it wouldn't matter if I would just waste a little bit like this. But anyway, I'm going to set it up like the League of Fire challenge. I'm going to eat one, do like a 2-minute afterburn, and then eat another one and so forth. So that's what I want to do. This is an unofficial League of Fire challenge because it's not regulated by the League of Fire. It's not accepted as a League of Fire. So I cannot use this for the League of Fire at all. So this is my own challenge. So therefore, I'm just going to eat them and just do the afterburn as it goes forth. I'm going to eat one, do 2 minutes, eat one, do 2 minutes, and so forth. Then after that, I'll do the 5-minute afterburn after all this right here. But nonetheless, they're not so friendly gummy bears. Yeah, that gummy bear has the same texture as the nitro gummy bear. This burn right now is all on the tongue, a little bit on the throat, but I think this might actually be a good challenge next time. I should probably see if I can get this as a challenge, accept it as a challenge. So if I can do it, I can just, there you go, bypass, just in case. And right now the burn's just primarily on the tip of the tongue. But the tincture burn, it rolls through the back of the throat sometimes. This one's just on the tip of the tongue at the moment. It was on the back of the throat a little bit earlier. So if you happen to be new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Get some more of his tincture on it. I have no idea. Annie and Jason will probably be around shortly because I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe Annie and Jason went out. I did start a little bit later than normal. Usually it started at what, 8:30. Oh. Yeah, the burns all over the tongue with this one right now. Oh. Yeah, this is probably harder. This is definitely harder than the Scoville units gummy bear challenge, but not by much. It's a little bit more painful when I swallow the spit in my mouth, because the tincture just goes all over the place. I use my Evil Red. Yeah, it has Carolina Reaper, Scorpion, and Ghost Pepper in it with 151 proof Everclear. If I would have used the Dean Weeper, it would have been chocolate warthogs, red warthogs, 199 proof Everclear. Hey, what's going on, crypto? Because it's fun. Got a little bit of a tear coming down my eye right now. Got to wash so I don't touch my face because I got some of that tincture on my hand. Hey, Gunthy, how you doing? I soaked 5 gummy bears in my Evil Red for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I've already eaten 3. And, well, it's still going on. I've already eaten 3. I got 2 more to go. It's almost as serious as eating a nitro gummy bear for me right now. Even though they say that's 9 million Scoville, but What's crazy, these Habaros, whatever the heck those things are called, gummy bears, they have the same texture as the nitro gummy bear. So it's kind of hard to chew at first. So I'm just rubbing it in some more of this tincture right here. Right? Sometimes it does burn twice. Sometimes it burns 3 times. Because if it comes back up, you get all that heat coming back up, and then sometimes it burns when it comes out. Oh. Okay, that's 4. Yeah, I got to come up with some fun challenges when I'm not doing official League of Fire challenges. I did show my waiver to see if I could upload some gummy bears or whatever, but I don't think I can. I don't think the League of Fire will sanction that. So right now my mouth's probably at probably like a 4, 4.5. Right? Ain't I? I could be running around the room overreacting. That would be pretty funny. And then I could trip over the chair. That was a tincture burp. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it going down right here, right now. The burn's not super bad right now. All right. Okay, that's the final gummy bear right here. Get that tincture all over it. No. All right, I'm gonna do a 5-minute afterburn on this one. No, but I got tincture on my fingers before, and then I went to take my contacts out, then I got it on my eye. And that tincture's no joke. So right now that burn's sitting on the back of the throat a little bit. So on the tongue, still hovering around about a 4.5, borderline 5. These are readers. I soaked 5 gummy bears in some tincture for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I just ate them. I ate 5 of them. And so right now the tincture's on the back of the throat a little bit and on the tongue. It's not a catastrophic mouth burn, but if like a normal person were to eat it, they would be lit up. Ugh. No, man, I'm a professional at this. I know what I'm doing. I wish I had some ghost peppers right now. I need some peppers right now. I don't have any. Well, I have a few in the freezer. No, there's no THC in it. It's capsaicin. That's all. From all the peppers I put in it, and then the alcohol kicks it up a little bit. Yeah, they're almost like kind of like a Thai pepper. Uh, oh, you're trying to burn me up there, Jen. Carolina Reaper, Emina, no, thank you. It's supposed to burn going out, not coming in. Got some pepper, a tincture burp right there. Ooh. Yeah, that's from my tincture I made right there. Yeah, B was meowing for a little bit there. Guess he was telling me it's time to go to bed, but yeah, I wouldn't put that stuff in my ears. Don't want to do any damage to my eardrums. It's bad enough when I eat something really spicy. It makes my ears pop. My ears did pop. They're ringing a little bit more right now. Not really got that. I only got like a 1 mild tear in my eye too, which is kind of weird after I drop a couple drops of tincture. But yeah, good tinctures will make you will clear up the sinuses. Oh, no doubt. Like this one right here, the Dean Weeper is made by Clayton Hollingsworth. I did a proper Robbie of it like 2 months back, about a month and a half ago, and it lit me up real bad. Oh, I wouldn't even want to imagine what it would feel like up the nose. like trying to do like a COVID test, sticking it always up in your nose and just swirl it around. No, that would be horrible. I'd probably have to go to the hospital after that one. I couldn't even imagine that. Oh, they'd be like, how'd that get a neti flush? And that'd be the same thing, like that Navage. Yeah, that'd be horrible. But the Primatoli nasal spray would probably kill me. Anything going up the nose, like is any tinctures or sprays like that, it would definitely be it would be too brutal. But I would definitely end up in the hospital if I were to do like a nasal, like a drop of the tincture up the nose. So I would have to be very careful if I was going to do anything like that. It's bad enough getting it on my hands and then touching my face or any other sensitive area, because then it starts burning. And then when I'm going to take a shower later, the water will hit it and then it will magnify it again, and then I'll be burning again. So not only will I get it twice, I'll get it a third time when I'm taking a shower. But yeah, this stuff it's not for the faint or inexperienced. I mean, I still have mishaps all the time. Handling the tincture, sometimes you might not inadvertently not know you got tincture on the side of the bottle. And then when you go to touch it, it closes, and then you get it on your hands, and then it flights out. Nice. Hopefully you get that switch. That'd be pretty cool. If not, you could just try it again. You know, if they have another contest, you know what to expect. Hopefully they can find out that you won. I mean, they should have already known that. I mean, shouldn't take a couple of weeks to figure it out. Oh, I know. That's what I was saying. If I stuck tincture up my nose, I'd probably burn a hole in the cartilage in between my nostrils. It would do a lot, like you said. It'd do a lot. It would be permanently damaged. I wouldn't even imagine what that would feel like. I mean, because it's already sensitive up in the nose anyway. It would just be horrible. Every now and then I might get if I'm messing around with pepper flakes, or if I'm dehydrating some of the peppers, some of that dust goes up my nose and it's brutal. But I mean, I wouldn't want to intentionally stick a dropper of tincture up my nose and then to go like that. That's all I need to do is get that in my lungs and all that stuff. I would probably die. I'm not going to die on camera here, so it would make a good video. But I mean, see me panic like that, but. But I'm not gonna do that on camera and die. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, with doing stuff like that inadvertently, so I could purposely burn myself up, and I would, like I said, I would never ever do a drop up the nose at all. But yeah, it's my tincture's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but it's nothing like Clayton's. I mean, I know there's other tinctures out there that are way hotter. If I would have had 199 proof tincture, I mean, Everclear, my tincture would have been a lot hotter, because it would have just cut the peppers and got more of the capsaicin oils out of it. Well, they wonder what took them so long. I mean, it should have been a little bit more organized. They should have had people doing it right off the bat. They should have just had it all like all ready to be posted as soon as you uploaded everything. Okay. Oh, yeah, good luck to you, Gunthy. Yeah, I mean, I know you probably got this, so I got a little bit of tincture left in here, probably about 2 drops. You were the first one, yeah, and it should be uploaded already. And then didn't you do a second video after that? Should everybody should be uploaded. Then it doesn't seem like it was a very organized contest where where it takes so long to upload them. Should have just been everybody do a certain challenge, like their challenge, and then see who lasts the longest and stuff like that, or do a live stream where they could have all like everybody who's involved on it, and then whoever taps out, they're out. Plain and simple. Yeah, I got a feeling you won this, Gunthy. So hopefully you got. I mean, I'm just praying that my fingers are crossed for you. You got it. Yeah, maybe I should soak some of those gummy bears overnight in the tincture and see how that goes. Yeah, contact people don't take us seriously when we do the when we us chili heads do these challenges and stuff like this, because they just don't recognize it as a sport. But I mean, but in theory, when you're in competition, such as a hot pepper eating contest or doing a spicy challenge, which you did for the Switch, it is a sport. I mean, of some sort, because you got to practice, you got to prepare yourself, and you got to do all that stuff for it, just like what people got to do when they're going into playing a sport. If you're going to be a baseball player, you got to practice, you got to be better, get yourself better, get yourself ready to play. It's just a different sport. If they have a hot dog eating contest on ESPN, it's a sport. I think the League of Fire should eventually get partnered up with ESPN or Sportsnet or something of the sort, where we could get on TV and get uh, competitive pepper eating more mainstream and go from there. There's people from all around the world that do this, all throughout Europe and the Middle East, all the ways around. And, everybody deserves the recognition to be in it. This is definitely a sport. Right. They can do something like that. It's almost like a Game Boy Advance, but it's a little bit more high tech and it's a little bit bigger. So if they were to put if they were to put competitive pepper eating contests in the Olympics, that'd be pretty cool. You just build a team up, and depends on what peppers or whatever you want to do, like whatever they have you do. It's just like you have to go for points to like different things, like how do you handle it, how long you can handle the burn, and stuff like that. So it's or whatever they can figure out the point system. But they could definitely do that. It wouldn't be hard. I mean, it would just be if they put breakdancing in the Summer Olympics, they could definitely put a competitive hot pepper eating contest into it. I mean, if you're talking about WWE, it's technically sports entertainment. It is athletic. It is sport. It is a sport to a certain degree, but it's also predetermined. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's fake at all. It is. is predetermined. The outcome is they already know the outcome of it. It's all done by timing. The rest, the ref. If you ever watch the referee, he's always moving his hand around, like pointing to people, pointing to different areas of the mat where they have to be at. So he's like keeping track of the time, and he already knows what like pretty much everything that's going on. Pretty much. I mean, like I said, it's predetermined. The moves are real. People do get hurt. People do get hurt if it's not done right. But pretty much, it's just predetermined. I mean, they already know who the outcome, what the outcome's going to be. Unless someone gets really hurt while they're doing it, then they just tell one another, like, you know what, this ended right here. He's hurt or whatever, and go from there. But I do like that idea, Gunther, about say about the Olympics. Right? I have to agree. Yeah, when they had the Monday night wars, when they had WCW Nitro versus Raw, which was really cool. Where I like because Raw came on at 8, and Monday Night Nitro, I think that was on at 8. But I mean, but right after the first showing, they would show Nitro again, and you were able to catch it on the replay back in the day. No, I agree, Gunther. I agree. Ask any one of those. Ask any one of those guys, and they'll laugh. They'll probably throw you through a wall. Like go ask Spike Dudley if it's fake and how they threw him around in the ring and out of the ring. Ask the Dudley boys. Well, you can't ask Sabu because Sabu just passed away a couple months ago. But yeah, ask any one of them. They'll tell you know these guys wrestle. Those guys wrestle hurt all the time. But yeah, going back to yeah, Owen Hart. Yeah, he was going to get lowered down into the ring. He fell 75 feet down, hit his head off the turnbuckle, and he broke his neck and he died. I mean, and then people have the audacity to say, "Oh, well, wrestling is fake," but it's not. It's predetermined. Accidents happen, and it's the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, but going back to like the hot pepper eating contest. Dude, I mean, the sky's the limit for it. I mean, you could set it up like you said, like the Olympics. You could do a two-man team or whatever. You could do. I don't know how they would do it, but I mean, but they could set it up where one could eat a super hot, and one could be good for the speed round or whatever. You know, they could do like a relay or something to the extent like that. Why are you bitter, Jen? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we could do with in the hot pepper world. Where if we were to get like ESPN or one of the sporting channels that they come in and like televise one of our contests for the League of Fire, I think it would be pretty cool. But that might be in the near future also. Since we're getting sponsored, we got sponsored by Spice Quest. I mean, for every contest. Maybe they could maybe we could get a few more companies involved with, and then we could get more contests involved around all around the country and go from there. It's, it's worth a try eventually. May not happen when I'm still doing it. I mean, I'm out of spring chicken, but maybe the next crop of people coming up, who knows? We could probably push for it. I mean, I might just remain doing, if I do my channel, I might just do it as a talk show. Yeah. There was nothing like wrestling like it was back in the day. The golden era, like in the early '80s, like in the '80s and early in all the way up to about maybe like '93, '94, before Monday Night Raw really started getting good. It uh it was fun to watch. The Attitude Era was great. It set the bar for everything, and they just took everything to the next level. WCW, they were doing the same thing. If not, they were doing a little bit more. Then there was ECW, who took the hardcore stuff really seriously, and they did a great job what they were doing. There was a I used to love watching ECW. They used to have that on like was it Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday night or whatever it was on one of those uh, syndicate TV channels, whatever it was. I think it was like on like channel 19 or something like that. It was on at odd times too. I was watching channel TV one time. I was flipping through and I seen ECW. I seen like Super Crazy going against another luchador, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And then I seen Sabu and New Jack go at it or something like that, and I was hooked with ECW. Then I used to go down to the convention center, and I seen him a couple times. It was pretty fun. Yeah, wrestling just isn't as fun as it used to be. And you only paid like for ECW going into the in the convention center. I think it was like $15 to get in for general admission, and then 20 for ringside. And you could easily just walk up to the barrier anyway, and be a part of be right next to the show. It was really cool. So I seen, like I said, I've been to two ECW house shows before. That was pretty fun. Yeah, New Jack was a pretty insane guy. Yeah, he's the guy that would hurt you if you're not if you pissed him off, if you were careless in the ring, and if you did something that wasn't supposed to go down as it was, it hurt you. Sometimes it just hurts you just because he could hurt you. That's what New Jack did. Yeah, he passed away like 2 years ago, maybe three, but maybe might have been 3 years ago. I can't remember. I used to follow him on Twitter when I had my Twitter account. He died about the same time, like maybe a little bit after. I think it was after Scott Hall, in and around the same time. It was sad when Scott Hall died, right? This ass mass transit. That kid who snuck in and lied and said who he was trained by, and went straight up to New Jack because he was going to be partnered up with somebody else, and he said he wanted him to cut him, and he told New Jack he wanted to bleed, and New Jack made him bleed. It was horrible, but that kid ended up killing himself. Yeah, I used to always say I think everybody has one wrestling match in them to be able to go be in the ring and do that. That would have been. I think it would have been pretty cool to be able to get into the ring and do that. Yeah, but he was a big boy. That he was like 6'2", 300 pounds. I mean, he was a grown. He had the body of a grown man. But he should have never told New Jack to to cut him, because I mean, for one, you don't know how far down he didn't. New Jack didn't know how deep he needed to be cut, and he didn't know where if he had like a vein or something like that on his head, and he could have hit that. He could have bled out right there, and he could have died. But who knows? I mean, it's just a sad situation. The kid ended up killing himself probably like a year or two after the fact. Yeah, like if I was in ECW, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near New Jack in the ring unless I had unless I was his partner in the ring. But then after that, I wouldn't want nothing to do with the guy. He was notorious. He hurt a lot of people. I heard, but like I said, I'm not going to talk bad about the guy. I mean, that was his job. His job was to hurt people. So right, yeah, they showed. I just seen on YouTube earlier today. I think it was where they talked about they were interviewing. That was on Facebook actually. I'm sorry. They were interviewing Spike Dudley and how him and New Jack was in a match. They were comparing them jumping from the balcony at the ECW arena. Spike Dudley jumped out and fell right on top of the guy. Well, New Jack just jumped and he landed straight down on the guy. Of course, New Jack was like 6 foot, like 6'1", 6'2", whatever, like over 200 plus pounds. Spike Dudley was only like 150 pounds, soaking wet. Probably like my height, maybe 5'10", if that. And yeah, he didn't have much weight, but it was still hurting no matter what when he fell on top of you. Why did Mass Transit kill himself? Uh, all the commotion that it caused him, and I guess also he didn't make it. He couldn't. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to really speculate. But I mean, but he did kill himself. Guess he got depressed because of his injury. I don't know. Yeah, it could be humiliation. You know, I don't know. It could be a combination of everything. It's kind of sad. I mean, but going into a wrestling match with a known wrestler who's been known to injure people, and then you tell the guy, "I want you to cut me." I mean, that's just insane. I mean, it's just, you just can't do that. Unless you really trust that person. I mean, they'd have an idea, but I mean, but I would never say, "Yeah, I want you to cut me," because I mean, that's all. He would pull out his blade and then he'll cut you, and that would be it. I don't know. He could have bled out right on that on the in that ring, and it would have been sad. His dad was freaking out because he was like, "Well, he's just a kid. He's just a kid," but they didn't know. He lied about his age. He lied about who trained him, and stuff like that, and everybody just thought it was normal. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off. When I was at the EC when I was at the EC, one of the ECW shows, I got him an autograph an ECW T-shirt a long time ago, and I shook his hand. I was like, I say, you're one of the most hardcore wrestlers I ever saw. Shook his hand, and he said thank you, and that was about as close as I got to the man. I didn't do anything else to get in his way. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to get going. I'm gonna call Spicy Jen so we could talk for a little bit longer, and then I'll try to be back on tomorrow night. I'll have to wait and see what kind of material I could do. I got a bottle of hot sauce I want to do tomorrow, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm Chili Phil, and this is Phil the Burn.